Okay, so this is the Rhino 655T polling problem. I found this when I upgraded to the latest version, which is 3.80. First noticed it on 3.70. That I was no longer able to pull the position from my Rhino 110. As you can see, I've got a Rhino 110 and a Rhino 655T. Software version 5.50 on the Rhino 110. And on the 655T, I have software version 3.80. Now if I just transmit, you can see that it's receiving the updated location from the Rhino 655T, and then I'll transmit from the 110. Okay, didn't work. We'll wait for the little flag to show that it's ready to send its location. Okay. There, it receives. It got updated from the Rhino 110. However, if you're not talking back and forth and you're trying to remain silent, like you're stalking prey in the woods hunting, you don't want to talk back and forth, you want to stay quiet. So if you want to know where your buddy's location is, or say he was hurt or something, or lost his radio, he wasn't able to transmit, the way to do this is you pull the location of the other radio on the 110. If I pull the location, it received, transmitting, updated. Just fine. Now if I try to do that again, it says waiting to send poll request. This is, from as far as I can tell, it's a limitation from the FCC that restricts them from sending this data too much. It waits, I think it's about 30 seconds, and that'll go away. And then it transmits, receives the position of the 655 just fine. Now, if I go over to the 655 and I try to do the same thing, pull location of 110. Well, let's wait till, okay, we're ready to send position. That's what the flag stands for. Pull location. I break the squelch. The flag never goes up, and I never get an update on the 655. Okay, let's try that again. Nothing. No message, nothing. It should have at least, if it was too fast, it should have come up with a warning like the other one did, saying, or waiting. But it doesn't, it just doesn't do anything. Now if you wait the 30 seconds and then try it, it's probably been about 30 seconds now. pole location. Then you seen it broke the squelch, but that's it. No update. I've contacted Garmin on this situation, and they claim they can't reproduce it, and that the problem must be with the 110. However, I have verified with other Rhino 650s with the version 3.20 that it'll pull the location of this exact Rhino 110 just fine, just like this one used to be able to before I updated it. Now the fix for it is to downgrade this Rhino 655 to 3.20, and I'll show you that next. First of all, to show some verification here, that if I go to radio setup, you can see the polling location is turned on, and the allow polling is also turned on. On the 110, I've got the same thing. Send location is turned on. Allow polling is also turned on. So for you critics out there are going to say that I just don't have it turned on, and that's to verify that. Okay, as you can see, I have successfully downgraded the Rhino 655 to 3.20 firmware. So now if I try to pull, we gotta find the 110 first. Now if I pull the location, you can see it received and updated as it should. One thing that I have noticed is if you try to pull the location too soon, nothing happens. There should be a warning saying, or a time saying you need to wait, because according to FCC they can't send data that often. So if you, on the 110, you can see if I do it on that, if I pull the location, successful. I try to pull it again, and it tells me it's waiting to send the pull request. The 655 doesn't come up with this message. It will on sending notes. I don't know why it doesn't with the pull request, but that is a minor issue. The big issue is not being able to pull at all. But as you can see, now that I've downgraded this, it's working.